everything easy. Hey, welcome back. You're listening to Smooth 98.1 at Love Music, Love Life. It is the Smooth Breakfast Show. It's time for the locker room. Inside of the show today, joining me live is two beautiful women, I would say, if I do say so myself. By my, what hand is this? This is the right hand or left hand? By my left hand, I have, of course, uh, Dr. Rose. Dr. Rose joins me live in the studio. Doctor, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
And of course, at the Her Majesty, the Queen, is here. Tada Supreme. Good morning, Your Majesty.
Good morning.
As
I'm back. Arsenal. Arsenal fans, how market now? Are you still bragging again?
No.
They haven't beaten us in 3 years. Good morning and welcome back to your original plan.
As always, you can join the conversation. We're streaming live on YouTube, so go on to YouTube. They're at Smooth981 on YouTube. That's a Smooth981 on YouTube. You can also send us a WhatsApp message to 0809 444 0981. Arsenal, don't let Taga taunt you, even though we love it here. But hey, send us messages to 0809 444 0981. Let's get started from our home here. Odion Igalo has revealed how he turned down the offer to retake the number 9 jersey he wore before his initial retirement after it was offered to him by a top NFF official. A top NFF official told me I could have the number 9 jersey back, and I told him no. I had left it. Osime is using it now, and coming back, I am going to play with any jersey number. I told them to give me any jersey available. I can play with my bare skin for Nigeria. I am a patriotic Nigerian. If it means me playing without a shirt in this team, I am going to play. It's not the shirt that scores the goals.
Well, I'll say this for Victor Osimhen. Odion. This is very unnecessary. Like, no, we really don't need to know all this.
I don't care.
The first of all is that you came back, after you said you had retired to give the younger ones an opportunity.
Chance to play.
You didn't give them the opportunity to the end. You came back, and because of you, they dropped one younger one. Trying to make it look like you were humble enough to not take the number 9 shirt. How do you want to correct it from Victor Osimhen when he was scoring? It's not like he's one random guy. Victor Osimhen, who was, one of the best strikers in Europe. So I don't know. So for me, very unnecessary conversation. Very unnecessary information to give. It doesn't put you. It doesn't for me. It doesn't do anything to you. For you, it doesn't make you look good. It doesn't make you. This was a poor. So except this was just the answer to a direct question about, is it true you're going to take the number 9 jersey? Except that was a direct question. This conversation is really of no consequence. They wanted to give it to me. I'm the one that said no. So if they give you number 9 jersey, what will happen? It's just for me very. Sometimes don't need to paint yourself in good light. He's already not a bad guy. Do you understand? This is a very unnecessary conversation. I left it, so we should not say, oh, he's very humble, that's why he left the number 9 jersey. Please, next story.
Next story. This is Michael Schumacher. This is Formula One. Michael Schumacher was still racing, and Lewis Hamilton only a one-time world champion. The last time rival teams took the Formula One title battle down to the last 2 rounds of the season. It's different because we've got 2 incredibly close teams. It's different because as a team, we are fighting for uncharted territory, Hamilton told reporters on Thursday ahead of the season's penultimate race and first in Saudi Arabia. Nobody's ever won eight successive titles, team or driver. That's a battle right there.
Yeah, it's a huge battle. Big one, big deal for both teams. So towards the end of the season, again, we don't know how, because of this break in between Qatar and Saudi Arabia, we don't know how the setup would be and what would happen. But before this small break, it was Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton in particular, that had the faster car. Verstappen still on the points, and Red Bull still with the better strategy, if you ask me overall. So if things continue like this, it's going to be a really tight one, because it's been a long time, like he
Yeah.
said, been a long time. I think since it came down to the last two races. It's been a long time. And two last two races and two different constructors. That's a huge deal. But the rivalry though, I can't. You see, when people say this kind of rivalry, I think rivalry should be between
Equals.
two equals. Yeah, it's not like one seven-time champion is competing with one newbie, one jam bite, and
Oh
they're saying rivalry. Rivalry was Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost. That
Yeah.
was a rivalry. That was what, I kid you not. They literally used to make new rules every driver's weekend because of these two
Them.
guys. So when something happened, they'll be like, okay, from now on, drivers, you cannot. That rivalry set up new F1 laws. That rivalry was so bad. And people were buying into the drama, and the drivers couldn't stand themselves, which is why it came as a surprise later on when Alain Prost was now on Ayrton Senna's foundation. It was a board, or it was a director on Ayrton Senna's foundation
Foundation.
later on. People were like, "Oh my goodness, you could do this." But it was that was a rivalry that people were taking sides. I know the side I took, because as a young person, it always just looked like Ayrton Senna was the one being called into the principal's office. Like Alan Prost seemed like he had the favor of the FIA. It seemed like it because Ayrton Senna was rough around the edges. Alan Prost was the
Good
cultured
guy.
guy that was, you know, brought up in the system. So it always looked like that, but that was a rivalry. It doesn't take away the drama from this one, So I don't think it's rivalry. I don't think they should be saying it's rivalry between two drivers. Just say rivalry between two
Two
constructors.
constructors, more
And
like
then we'll
it.
say that's more like it. But somebody's on his way out and somebody just is on his way in, and you're saying it's rivalry. No, that's handover.
Oh, let's move on to football now. Cristiano Ronaldo surpassed the 800 goals for club and country with a double as Manchester United beat Arsenal 3-2, too close to within 3 points of the Premier League top four. Arsenal went ahead in bizarre circumstances as Emily Smith Rowe shots triggered trickled in with United goalkeeper David De Gea down injured before Bruno Fernandes leveled.
Okay, so this match was, I mean, for an Arsenal fan, very disappointing because for me, I don't think Arsenal came up gun blazing. They showed Man U a lot of respect, and I think it's because of the way they played Chelsea. So they were very polite, very gentle. Yes, the first goal was they say was controversial. I think it was a goal straight up because the truth is players should stop maneuvering. I mean, players should stop maneuvering. It was a little kick, and then you fell down and you say, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah," but it's not.
For me, there's nothing even wrong with the player falling down because I don't know your threshold of pain. If you, no, I don't. Again, some people they may excel like people like Neymar. He looks like he's in real pain.
Yeah.
If you excel in this direction,
He
you
will
fall
just
out,
fall
roll
out.
out over. I don't know your threshold of pain. My point is the rules are simple. If it's not a head injury, the referee is under no obligation to stop the game. And if the referee does not blow the whistle, you play to the whistle.
Yes,
And the boy played to the whistle. This was a goal. This was a referee error that people wanted Arsenal to pay for. Because it was the referee that saw the goalkeeper on the floor, looked like he was going to blow, changed his mind, and then they scored. And the ball went over the line before Akesina said, let me blow this whistle. It's not Tom Tom, it's whistle. And then he blew it. So at the end of the day, that was Atkinson's fault. You cannot punish Arsenal for the referee fault. Sorry, EPL. Upgrade your referee.
yeah.
Give Arsenal their goal.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Yeah, but still, I mean, another interesting thing with that match is that Ronaldo is now on penalty duty. You know, it's like he's now newly on penalty duty, so which is an interesting one for him. Good feat. He has 801, the best by any player ever, every footballing player. So it's good for him. For Man U, it's a lot to start. I mean, they have a new coach coming in. Carrick is out, so I wonder how they'll do with their next match against Crystal Palace. But for Arsenal, I'm pretty disappointed. I mean, we say we are top four gunners, but this was an opportunity for us to go top four, and we have missed such a beautiful opportunity. Our next match against Everton is going to be like a do or die affair because we're playing Everton at home, who is actually struggling and really needs points. So I don't know how we are going to come up and beat Everton.
on
But
Monday.
oh boy,
Oh, all right. So on that note, we open the lines. I told you, whoever loses, there shall be blood in the streets. So we open these phone lines for the banter. However, the banter has a small,
Caveat too.
to it. Arsenal, this game was decided by a penalty.
yeah,
A very clear penalty that was given and Cristiano Ronaldo scored it. However, should Arsenal have gotten a penalty for Maguire's
yes.
tug
So
on Tomiyasu? That's what we are discussing today. So, Judith, give them the phone numbers.
Yeah, you can call us up on 014489981. Again, 014489981. You can also join the conversation on our WhatsApp, send it to 0809444091.
So, Arsenal yesterday losing to Manchester United, game decided by a penalty that was rightly given.
yeah,
However, should Arsenal have had an earlier penalty? Let's take this discussion to the streets. Okay, everybody call us. So if you call us now, I'm looking at my phone. It's not yet BP. Call me now.
014489981. Bundesliga star striker. Let's see now. First of all, we have a message here. This is Charles Chidozie. Is Igalo trying to impress us? We don't care. I insist that having discussions about old players simply means the NFF do not have plans for the future of the Super Eagles. Tayo from Ajagos, don't sack Ole, but United didn't hear the call of opposition. Now Arsenal didn't get Bonanza point. Thank God Chelsea managed to share point. Now it's Gen tactics. We'll done.
Well
Ronaldo,
done.
well done.
Ronaldo
Okay, I
on
think it's
setting
okay.
record.
Well done on Ronaldo on setting the record. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Your name, please.
My name is
Okbayemi. Where are you calling me from?
I'm calling from Spain.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, Arsenal should have had a penalty from the Maguire today. I think it was also a display of the referee's incompetence that allowed that to go uncalled. It was so blatant. It was even worse than the penalty that Fred later got. So I think if you look at it in that perspective, I think Arsenal were a little undone by that penalty non-call. Thank you.
Thank you, Okoyemi. Okay, let's take another call.
Yeah, call us up on 014489981.
Your call
Again,
dropped before
01.
we could pick it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We have messages on YouTube here. This is Emerson JTV. It goes, Odion, a voluntary game for Nigeria is service for his country. Remove sentiment and don't get things mixed up.
Thank you, Emerson. The other people that wanted to do the same service. Calm down.
This is Adams Ede. It goes, good morning, locker room. What a game last night. Fredino had a chaotic game. Time for Ralph now. Are we all seeing Delort and Telly's performances? Help it's not a one-off. That's from Adam there. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Yeah, this is Ike calling from Eba.
All right, Ike, go ahead.
Yeah, first and foremost, I think Martin Atkins, the ref, he was kind of biased, That's what I think. Because there's no way people could be begging him to award money the penalty that they so deserved. You get?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Coming to the issue
Of Maguire's foul being a penalty. The fact is that the ball wasn't actually going to even get to the guy that he drew because it has been deflected by heading over, going over to the other side of the corner side. So there was no way it could have been a penalty because the ball wasn't coming directly to him before he was pulled down by Maguire.
All right.
Yeah, but I actually knew before anything that Arsenal was going to collect.
Okay, let me tell you. Once there's a foul in the box, whether the ball is coming to you, the ball is around you, the ball is in the native doctor's office, a foul is a foul. A foul in the box is a penalty. So if there was a foul in the box, whether the ball was going to get to Tommy or not, it's a penalty.
Yeah, that's the rule.
That's the rule.
Why was he begged to give that of Man U? Why was he begged?
He wasn't begged. He wasn't sure, so he left it for the VAR. Again, that is part of the law. If he's not sure, he left it to VAR, and then VAR looked at it, and when they called him back, he stopped the match immediately and went to look at it. So there's no bias there. So if there was who was he biased against? Because he made errors for both teams.
For both teams, yeah.
Yeah. So you can say incompetence, but you can't say bias.
Yeah, help me and beg EPL officials to know how these things work. Because that particular guy, that's Martin. I don't understand him.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you so much for calling there. I can appreciate your call. Let's see, we have one message before we go on that break. Okay, we're going to take that break now. We'll come back on the other side. We'll take more of your calls and messages and continue on Locker Room. Stay with us.
98.1.
Oh,
Join your
it
certificate with extra
So,
500%
where's
bonus
your
anytime you recharge.
it's because of I'm trying to make you hear.
No. I see.
You want me to clean it?
No. I need it. I need it loud in the. It adds to the vibe.
No, there's headphone here now.
No. It adds.
No, this already. I told you now.
No,
This
no, no,
thing
no, no,
make
no, no,
works
no,
already
no,
for
no,
it.
You don't understand.
What?
It
So for
adds
the-
to the vibe in the studio. It has nothing to do with. It adds to the vibe.
No, I'm talking about you hearing the calls.
Yes. That's why I said.
So
leave it
no, let me tell you, there's a disconnect in pacing. So when I turn off the mic and you're talking to them,
Yeah.
and you want to react it like real time, I have to wait for you to turn it on, and then for you to like. So you get there's a pacing disconnect in the pacing. So you wearing the headphone, you can react to them very quickly. That's what I mean.
No,
But for
okay,
for
we'll
the
get-
call,
we'll get there.
for the call, they can hear. Remember when I put this on there, they can
You're
hear
missing
you.
the vibe. It's like when you're watching football match without sound. Now, like
Yeah.
we're watching the football match without sound.
So-
there needs to be background sound.
No, that's what I'm saying. They can hear it from
No,
here.
it's not there.
No, during the calls.
Judith, you're not understanding, but let's leave that.
No, yeah, no.
You're not understanding me at all. It's not about them. It's about the atmosphere in the studio.
The studio, which
I'm here in
helps
the studio.
us to respond.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, but the headphone already
it doesn't
does
do that
now.
for me.
Okay. Because the headphone does that already. Because if you're calling me on the other interactive shows,
No, that's
I'm
you.
not turning off
That's
the
you.
mic now.
That's you.
No, that's how it ought to be. Just put the headphone on so that you can like
Okay, Judith,
be
I've heard
very
you.
quick.
I know it's your studio.
No, now so you can be
I've
very
heard
quick.
you now. I've heard you. It doesn't work for me, so it doesn't work for me. Sorry. I need background noise to ginger me. Otherwise, there's no ginger. Because even if you're going to take this call, you're still going to put my mic off.
No, I won't take a picture. All the mics will be on.
No, when I'm not talking normally, you normally put my mic off.
No, you put your mic on. I don't put your mic off. Even when you go that far, I don't put your mic off.
That's different.
Because of pacing. So that
Thought
there's
of
no
taking a trip to
breaking
the bank
this
and
thing.
joining long queues can be stressful. But the
it's
good
not
news
good
is
for-
Standard Chartered Agent Banking.
Anyway,
is
so I was
for
saying for
you.
Manchester
With
United.
Standard Chartered Agent Banking,
That's how yesterday
making
when
bank
the thing happened,
transactions
my
has
sister
just
now
gotten
shouted,
easier. We have come
he's
closer
cheating
to
Manchester
you.
United.
This
I was
means
like,
that
no.
you can now
No,
deposit
the guy just
or
had a
withdraw
bad
funds
day.
from
It's
your
very
bank
sad. And
account.
Arsenal,
other
they didn't
basic
make good changes. The
transactions
changes
from
were
any
just
Standard
I was like,
dumb
no.
changes.
I was just like, no. I was like, no. This
Standard
guy, this thing is
Chartered Agent
incompetent.
Banking
This
is
guy
now enjoying
did not think
greater
that
banking
David De Gea
convenience.
was
For
injured.
inquiries,
And he
thought-
wasn't really
please
yeah,
injured.
he
He
thought
wasn't
our
really injured. He just wanted to slow the match
No,
down.
he thought he was going to stand up, and then that's why he wanted to blow. Then he stopped. Then when they scored, he was like, the
Because
guy is not moving.
even when they gave him the ball, the guy went. And he never, like,
He'll be
recovered.
alright. He'll be alright in Jesus' name.
he's already fine. He won the match. Yeah, it's not what that adrenaline. You need
No,
to
so
cure that.
it's when fans always shouting, bias. Sometimes it's just incompetent.
Okay. And when your power bank runs
It's
out.
not, it's not bias sometimes. It's just
Okay,
incompetent.
wait. What if your data runs out?
Babe, you know we never run
They'll
out
be
of
alright.
data.
Never run out
They're
of
always
data
just
with
so quick
Airtel
to
Home
shout
Broadband
about.
Unlimited Ultra
No, I
plans.
mean,
Enjoy
I
unlimited
just
data
think
with
Arsenal
no speed
missed the
cap
chance
plus
to.
No, you don't
data.
think you were right on the
You
money.
never have to
Yeah,
worry
They
about
could have
running
won that
out.
game yesterday.
Yeah, they had
But it's
many
called
of-
mental slavery.
Yeah.
When somebody has beaten you 6 times,
Get started.
they'll beat you again.
Yeah, because I mean,
Left the house.
if they had beaten Arsenal, would have been. If Arsenal had beaten, they would have been a record.
Airtel.
Like, yeah, so it's like they were trying
If
to.
Arsenal are just beating them together, so that's the difference when you have to have hunger. You see, if you know that if you beat these people, you are entering top 4.
Yes.
That's all the
And
hunger.
they
you need.
don't have that hunger. They don't have that bite.
When we come back
Although
home,
this
we'll
guy
start
plays
to open the lines.
very well, Martinelli. He had a beautiful game. But I mean, I don't really know why he started on any and
Okay,
because
so-
that was a big
Yeah, okay,
flaw. That was
so
just
okay,
a major
so
issue there.
with Martinelli again, yes, that was a spectacular performance. But with Elneny, I couldn't get it.
Yes,
Even
and he
for that
was the
second-
reason why
yes,
they scored the
even
second
the
goal.
Like
Because
people are moving.
Yes.
He was moving like he was going to follow the
Because
guy.
if it
Then
was-
Ronaldo left him.
If it was
Alright, we're going back
Pate,
in.
Pate
No,
would
keep
have
going,
gone
yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Pate used to play Pate's role. He will go back.
he didn't.
Hey, welcome back. You're listening to Smooth 98.1 Love Music, Love Life. This is the Smooth Breakfast Show right here, and we're inside of the locker room. Joining me in the studio is Dr. Rose and, of course, Tega Supreme. Send your messages to 0809 444 You can also call us up on 01 448 9981. This is LK Aderuba on YouTube here. He goes, it was a penalty every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Maguire makes such silly mistakes and needs to be punished. As a Chelsea fan, I would have preferred a draw. This is let's see now. This is Bosun. He goes, good morning, Tega and locker room gang. Arsenal will always suffer from wrong calls from referees as it's part of the memo from the Wenger era. We'll still blame ourselves for losing to United, especially our striker Aubameyang.
Fantastic. That was that is true. And yesterday I was watching, I was saying, even forget that he's not scoring, even his movement of the ball is questionable.
And yet, like, he has lack of confidence in himself because he had two clear shots where he would have scored
Lack
and
of
changed
confidence or
the
maybe
score
no
line.
interest. He just looks a little like last sorry, Sega. You shouldn't sleep before you show. But that's exactly what he looks like. So I think as the coach, I'm calling him and I'm telling him what he's doing wrong, and I'm benching him. So every time he's sitting on the bench, he knows exactly why he's there.
Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
The three wise women in the studio.
Thank you. Your name, please.
Victor, I'm calling from Maja.
All right, Victor. Go ahead.
Okay, please just want to talk about the Arsenal Man U match. I think for me, Aubameyang should be kept on the bench. He's been out of form for quite a while, and like you just said, his movement of the ball is really, really questionable. If you remember, there was a time when the coach actually benched him for some matches, and when he came back, you could see his response was quite positive. I don't think he has any business being in the team at this moment. I don't know what the issue is. Initially, they said it was sick. He lost his more longer, but you can see that Lucas Ogbonna has not been a player we knew he was. From last season, towards the end of last season to now, he's not been playing well. So, like I said, the very loyal someone should give the opportunity to come onto the field and do what he knows how to do best, scoring goals. I mean, he rescued us in our match against Crystal Palace. At the time, he scored the equalizer, And then, talking about the penalty, it was a penalty. I don't know why, whenever it comes to big man, because teams, there's always this issue of controversy. Referees always don't get it right at some point in time as well. What can we do? If we are taking the match, in the 90 minutes of the game, we weren't talking about the penalty, because sometimes the referee, they're human, they're prone to errors, to make mistakes. But if we got it right, in our setup, I think we would have been talking about a draw or a possible win for Arsenal. So I think the problem is the psychology of the players. They don't come up when it comes to the big games. So winning small matches here, and then when it comes to the big game, they don't seem to get it right. So the psychologist in that team needs to work on the side of the players. Thank you.
All right,
thank you
Victor,
so
for calling.
much.
Thank you
Oh,
for that.
that's
That's our
amazing.
final
Yeah.
caller for the day there, because we're pretty much out of time. We're moving on to our next story here. Bundesliga strikers Erling Haaland and Robert Lewandowski go head to head on Saturday when Borussia Dortmund host Bayern Munich in the top of the table clash. He gives a lot of energy. He's a player who can decide games. Dortmund coach Marco Rose said of Haaland.
Yeah, this is like the Classico of the Bundesliga, and is a top of the table clash with just 1 point separating both teams. So it's good to have Ellen Haaland back. I mean, but Lewandowski will be coming to show why he was skipped as the Ballon d'Or winner. So this is like a really interesting match to watch. I'm glad for Haaland coming back. The last match he came. We saw the impact he made. He's been out since October. So and really Dortmund need this because with winning this, they put a gap of 2 points between both teams, and with Bayern Munich looking to end 10 consecutive Bundesliga titles. So it will be an interesting one to watch. It has been really, really tough for Dortmund. They had a lot of injury layer throughout since the beginning of this campaign. They've never had a full team since the beginning of this campaign. So I wonder how the coach would do. But I need to see that hunger in Dortmund. They need to have that hunger. They've not really had it since their former coach left, the Liverpool coach left. That burning desire to win things has not been there. So it will be good for them to come in with that hunger, gun blazing, and take this match because they really can really win them, because the morale on the Bayern side has been poor. They've been playing very poorly. Yes, coming up with results, but they've not been playing their best like the Bayern we used to know before.
So, well, my own is player of the season for Bundesliga against striker of the year.
Yeah.
Almost 2 goals. This one will be like Lazio Udinese of last night. Did
Yes.
you see that 8-goal trailer?
I've seen
Oh my
Kai.
goodness, 4-4.
But it was poor performance by Lazio. Sha.
Yeah, no, it was a poor performance. Look, it's not even good showing for Italian football where people are scoring for 4 goals. When I grew up, Italian football, before you score 1 goal, you
Yeah,
pray
they were known for their
fast.
defense.
Yeah. Well,
Let's move on. We're going. After escaping from Watford with 3 barely merited points on Wednesday, Premier League leaders Chelsea face another tough test on Saturday in their London derby with West Ham United.
yes, tough one for Chelsea. They haven't been convincing in recent time, but that is bound to happen. After a team has played on a high for a while, they will get to a point where they just play to one and they'd be there. The good news for them though is that they're not losing completely. They're still taking points where they may. However, because of the way that the table is poised, I mean, on Wednesday night, the leadership was switching hands anyhow.
I said 3 times he switched hands.
So yeah, so it's 2 points between the top 3.
Yes.
You cannot afford to drop any points now, and this Christmas period will be busy in the Premier League. So every point is crucial. For West Ham United though, they've struggled to prove that they can keep up with the top guys, and it's understandable because for me they're already overperforming with that. If you look at the roster of that team, but against Chelsea, it's 2 things at stake. It's a London rivalry first of all, so that makes it a completely different kettle of fish. And then they're trying to get back into form. So of course David Moyes is going to put his back into this one. For Thomas Tuchel, he's come out to say, I mean, that his players, he's struggled with injuries, and that's true. Tough one with injuries. But his players also getting back to form and trying to find a momentum and a drive. So he will. I think he should be able to do that. Lukaku is back,
Yes.
not yet banging, but back. So Timo Werner can take his usual spot on the bench.
Please do.
Kolido Koulibaly tore his hamstring during the Napoli's collapse at Sassuolo. The Serie A leader said on Thursday as they deal with a growing injury crisis. Senegal captain left the field with 10 minutes remaining and Napoli 2-1 ahead at the Mapai Stadium on Wednesday night. One of 3 players to be forced off with injuries.
Okay, so big one for Napoli. Their injuries are coming thick and fast, and it's at a time where they're doing so well. So really huge struggle for Napoli. On Wednesday, it wasn't just Koulibaly. They were leading by 2-0.
Yes.
And then they ended up drawing that one. It wasn't just Koulibaly. In Sydney also went off, and Ruiz. But the story is that those 2 may come back over the weekend. But Koulibaly is definitely not coming back. You have to add that to the fact that Victor Osimhen is injured and Anguissa is injured. So that spine that started the season and got them to this beautiful spot at the top of the table with Osimhen in front, Anguissa in the middle, Koulibaly in the end. That entire spine is out. How they're going to manage it without them is a really tricky situation. But that's what football does to you sometimes. Sometimes you have a complete team. Sometimes you don't. You just have to find a way to wing it.
We have messages here because we're pretty much out of time. This is Chris. He goes, clear penalty. I blame VAR though and not Atkinson. On pitch, referees can make errors, but that's why there's VAR to correct such errors like was done for United's pen. This is Ronson here. It goes, Bayern will take this one. No need for analysis. That will lead to paralysis. That's from Ronson there. Charles Chidoze goes, I said it. The promo coach have been fired, but I wonder how Arsenal have been winning games. Those guys getting carried away, making passes. I also remember that Fergie said about Atkinson many seasons ago. I think the man should follow the steps of Howard Webb and retire from refereeing. That's it from Charles Peters. Ladies, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
That brings us to the very end of Locker Room 981. Stick around. Great music on the other side. This is Smooth Breakfast. My name is Judith at TV. Stay with us.
Funky fly.
Judith, thank you.
You're welcome.
Like this.
Eh?
That thing you did was perfect.